Elkanah had two wives, Hannah and Peninnah. While Peninnah had given him several children, Hannah was childless, and this became a source of deep sorrow and heartache for her. In ancient Israel, during the era of the Judges, there lived a woman named Hannah. She was married to Elkanah, a devout and respected man from the tribe of Ephraim. Each year, Elkanah would lead his family to Shiloh, where they would offer sacrifices and worship at the tabernacle of the Lord. Elkanah loved Hannah deeply and showed it by giving her a double portion of the sacrificial meat, hoping to comfort her in her barrenness. However, this only intensified the cruelty of Peninnah, who, out of jealousy, would provoke and mock Hannah relentlessly. The weight of her barrenness and Peninnah's constant taunts filled Hannah with deep despair. On one such pilgrimage to Shiloh, Hannah's grief became overwhelming. After the family meal, she quietly slipped away to the entrance of the tabernacle. There she knelt and poured out her soul to God in prayer. With tears streaming down her face, she made a vow, saying,
O Lord of hosts, if you will look upon my suffering and grant me a son, I will dedicate him to you all the days of his life, and no razor will touch his head.
In her desperation, she promised to make her son a Nazirite, consecrating him to God from birth. As Hannah prayed silently, her lips moved, but no sound came out. Eli, the high priest, observed her, and mistaking her for a drunken woman, reprimanded her.
How long will you continue in this drunken state? Put away your wine,
he said. Hannah, deeply distressed, responded, No, my lord, I am not drunk. I am a woman overwhelmed by sorrow, pouring my heart to the Lord. Please do not consider me wicked. I have been praying out of great anguish and grief. Realizing his mistake, Eli softened and blessed her, saying,
Go in peace, and may the God of Israel grant your request.
Encouraged by his words, Hannah left the tabernacle with a lighter heart, filled with hope despite her unchanged circumstances. In time, the Lord answered Hannah's prayer, and she conceived and gave birth to a son. She named him Samuel, meaning God has heard, for she said, I asked the Lord for him. Hannah's joy was immense. Her sorrow had turned into rejoicing as God had lifted the burden of barrenness. When Samuel was old enough to be weaned, around age 3, Hannah prepared to fulfill her vow to God. Despite her deep love for her son, she remained committed to the promise she had made. Elkanah supported her decision, trusting in her faith and devotion. Hannah brought Samuel, with a 3-year-old bull, an ephah of flour, and a skin of wine to Shiloh. There she presented Samuel to Eli, the high priest, reminding him of their earlier encounter. I am the woman who stood here praying to the Lord. For this child I prayed, and the Lord has granted my request. Now I give him to the Lord for his whole life. After offering the sacrifice, Hannah left Samuel in Eli's care. Though it was undoubtedly difficult to part with her son, she felt a deep sense of peace and fulfillment. She had kept her vow to God and trusted that Samuel was in the Lord's hands. As she returned home, Hannah's heart overflowed with gratitude, and she composed a song of thanksgiving called Hannah's Prayer. In it, she praised God's greatness and justice, celebrating his power to lift the lowly and bring down the proud. Her song reflected her deep understanding of God's sovereignty and his ability to transform sorrow into joy. Each year when Elkanah and Hannah traveled to Shiloh, she would visit Samuel and bring him a small robe she had made. Eli would bless Elkanah and Hannah, praying that the Lord would grant them more children in place of the one they had dedicated to God. Hannah's life continued to be blessed. The Lord gave her 3 more sons and 2 daughters. Meanwhile, Samuel grew up in the presence of the Lord, serving under Eli's guidance. He became a great prophet, judge, and leader in Israel, known for his unwavering dedication to God. Samuel's life and ministry were a testament to Hannah's faith and the power of her prayers. Hannah's story is of deep faith, perseverance, and trust in God. She teaches us that even amid deep sorrow and desperation, we can pour out our hearts to God, knowing that he hears and cares for us. Her life is a powerful reminder of the importance of keeping our promises to God and trusting in his timing and purposes.